Hi there. I just want to try and do a video. I do a video pretty much, every day or any time that I feel I want to do one. And this is me taking a video. Started off, I've spoke about tons of times, an unexpected spiritual experience, spiritual awakening. One thing led to another, and then started doing videos on it, and trying to share information because there's a global awakening going on. I found out through the internet that people from all over the planet have spiritually awakened. Now, whether or not they really have had awakenings, no one can know that. But that people are trying to wake up, you could say, and that's why, like I talk about the smart grid, why this is getting pushed out there. A lot of people who are ignorant to this stuff, who just watch television and repeat whatever the television says, they're just consumers. But that's what the system likes. But now you've got a situation where you've got attract what you want, infinite abundance in your life, or the consumerism asleep model, and people are choosing the abundance. People want to be happy. The consumerism model doesn't make people happy, right? Doesn't always make people happy, and it won't. How often do you see people in shops running around and they're yawning, they're tired, because all this chasing things has knackered their energy, and they constantly eat to try and make themselves feel better, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Not when you eat to that level, and they're just yawning all the time and tired, and they're sleepwalkers basically. And because they're choosing the consumerism model, the system wants you to believe in that, though, because whilst you believe in it, it can continue to abuse you. And whilst you got people on Facebook, on internet, social media who, they're taking pictures of their partners and them, not because they love their partners, but because they want to see how many likes they get on Facebook. That's what the system's offering, unhappiness. But because there's an awakening, people, when you go within yourself and you start to love yourself, you don't seek anything outward. That's why a lot of people, like myself included, you become this person that's not looking anymore outward. And people find that strange because everyone else is doing it, you see. Everyone else is looking externally. That's because they have been brainwashed to look externally. That's because they're unhappy. And when we're unhappy within, we look externally. But once you start to love yourself, once you realize that you're perfect just the way you are, and you love yourself just the way you are, then you stop looking externally. And that's when you attract everything. That's when you become abundance. What's abundance? It's just infinite growth. Like, for example, I don't even ask for information. I receive knowledge all the time, and I don't even ask for it. That's because innocence attracts abundance. That's what attracts it. So you've got to train yourself to not chase anything, to love every bit of you, because this multiverse that we live in, not a universe, multiverse, is super attracted to people that are grateful for what they have, that don't want anything else. Like a kid in a fun fair, you're loving this ride, but there's all these other rides. That's like abundance, and that's what you become once you start to love yourself. That's what the awakening showed me, the unexpected spiritual awakening, which was a case of me having enough of the external illusions, and I decided to let my feelings, let my heart space lead the way. That's all awakening is, really. It's not complicated. And you can have all the ice baths in the world. You can listen to all the energy music in the world. You can go to all the healers in the world. But it cannot wake you up until you go within. Right? And so many people, the reason they don't want to go within is because subconsciously they know that they've got to face their subconscious fears and traumas and things they don't want to access. You don't want to access. That's why they want another fix, another solution, but it only comes once you go within yourself. That's when you heal. And that's when you start to feel more energy, when you go within yourself. That's when you start to become, you start to want to fast more from things, not just food, but all different things. And you start to, be more careful of who you have in your space. You start to respect yourself more once you go within, because you realize how delicate your energy is. And people might get offended, let them get offended, but that's what happens. When you start to go within, you start to take care of yourself. Most people don't. Most people, like I said earlier in the video, most people just want someone in their life because of what other people will think of them. That's all it is. When you get a woman or a man that has always had someone in their life, they've one partner to the next, they don't allow themselves to be by themselves. That's because they're terrified of being alone. And whilst you're terrified of being alone, you're not knowing who you are. All the best people in the world, Nikola Tesla, said, be alone, that is the secret to invention. And that's basically how you find out who you are. But these people are scared, you see. But whilst you're running to someone, you can never find the one, because the one isn't going to be of that lower vibration. People talk about soulmates and the one. Well, the one is your twin flame, but you can't have that kind of thing until you start looking at everything in a higher vibrational way. Your twin flame is only found when you enter into oneness, when you realize that all is you. And the twin flame, this is another thing that people say that have had this experience, that they realize that a twin flame is them. The twin flame is just another way of showing you that all is you, because when you ascend to that level, you don't need a twin flame either. But the twin flame is not separate, it is you. But that's what you realize on this journey. Once you love yourself, you attract the love you give to yourself, basically. And this is why you don't look for anything externally once you love yourself. And this is why the smart grid, like I said earlier, is being rolled out in the 5G to stop the people that are not awake. But you can't stop them even if you did that. And the system knows that it's game over. We are all infinity. Everything comes from nothingness at some stage, meaning all is just infinity. Meaning that this is just a life experience, but you're infinity beyond it. But I'm just going to end it there. If you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Everything falls to divine order and divine timing. You are infinity. Thank you for watching. Thank you.